Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, once again, the snow has disappeared. Winter's a very strange period. Autumn, when it's warm and the leaves are brown and gold and yellow, is really enjoyable. And then it comes to the end of October, November, when all the leaves fall and go manky, and it rains and it's cold and you get sleet, and this goes on for about a month, and all you look forward to is snowfall and freezing temperatures. And then winter goes on. As you've seen, we get minus 20 to minus 30, beautiful conditions, but underneath all that pure whiteness is a desolation. And for several months we have this stark white beauty, and then slowly we start getting thaws, and as the snow thaws it exposes the damage it's done, along with the severe winds and blizzards which come with it. In this little video I'd like to show a few things which get exposed and which we have to deal with. This year, luckily, because we're here full time, we're not having to deal with the water pipes, because that's normally one of our biggest problems. All the faucets exploding, toilets exploding, boilers breaking. But because we're here all the time, we're keeping the water going. Touch wood, hopefully it's not too bad this year. But in the next couple of days it will snow again, and it will keep doing this on and off now until Easter probably. But I just wanted to show you what it's like when the snow goes. One of the strangest things we get is the smell. Right at the end of winter, when all the snow's gone, there's this smell of decomposition of the grasses and foliage and even animals that have died, and this sort of fills the air until spring takes over. But at the moment it's bleak, it's about -1, and this is the true side of winter. Not the romantic side, but the true side. And you have to take both to appreciate the stark white beauty.
The first thing that really hits you is that you've got no wood left. This is our night wood pile, just outside the kitchen door. This is what it should look like. As you can see, we've only got a few seasoned logs left, and we're only halfway through winter. We do have an emergency supply of very old seasoned wood, but it's been exposed to the elements for years, and it's so rotten it's just filled with fungi. But if worse came to worse, we'd have to use it, although chainsawing that wouldn't be fun. With the snow gone, we can see the mountain of ash which our 3 fireplaces have created during the winter. The garden and the grass resemble some sort of inverted schneetarn, yellowed and dead, and awaiting the strong rays of sun in spring. But at least someone will be happy that the snow's thawed, as his toy rope is finally exposed for him to play with. I built these steps last summer to get from the front to the rear gardens. Now they're like icy death traps, and grass has overtaken all available space. Our beloved campfire pit, sodden to the core. These logs we replace each time we get a new load, and they act as an emergency supply for us, and they're very good seats. The ground is sodden, totally sodden. Already in my mind, I'm planning how to build some sort of drainage ditch so that the rear land can release its water. That'll be a job for spring or summer. The ant hills which dot my land stand quiet, their denizens hiding deep beneath the earth. I have 2 zen rock piles in my garden. Each of them is a home to lizards and snakes, but not when it's this cold. In a few months, they'll start emerging from their holes to bask on the hot stones again. I didn't want to talk about self-reliance, but it sort of emerges along with the mess that winter makes, because it reminds me of how many tasks I have to deal with, and it makes me think of how many people have a misconception of what self-reliance is about because of what they've seen on television or what they've seen some YouTube personality tell them, that self-reliance is about growing your own vegetables or arts and crafts in some hipster cottage. But it's not. Self-reliance is about trusting yourself, first and foremost. Self-reliance is about turning to yourself first. If you don't know how to do something, you learn and have a go. You learn by your mistakes. Because in certain situations, you've only got yourself to rely on. And if you become a reliable person, other people start relying on you, rather than you relying on other people. Growing your own vegetables, raising your own animals, or doing wood carving, these are secondary to being able to trust yourself, no matter what the situation. Winter causes a lot of damage, especially to the older buildings in the area, and some damage just can't be repaired. One by one, many of the properties around me will have to be torn down, and in 10 or 20 years, my area will look completely different. It's ironic because traditionally winter was the death of the old and spring was the birth of the new, and living where I do, I can see this in living, breathing form. The snow melts and the land moves, then it snows again. The ground freezes, gates get blocked, doors don't close properly, and sometimes you just gotta get out there with a pickaxe and shovel and break the ground apart. There's no one to call, you gotta do these things on your own. Again, it's an aspect of self-reliance. Other people use this gate, family members. It stops the dog getting out. It has to be done. The ground is icy and slippy. I have to wear protective glasses because of the chips from iced ground and stone flying into my face. But it's got to be done. Winter changes the landscape in more ways than just its ambient colour. The earth contracts and cracks, expands, moves, breathes, and you have to adapt your lifestyle for this. But when it's your land, you want to take care of it. It's worth sweating over, and sometimes bleeding. But there's one constant, regardless of the season, but especially through winter: wood. It's never ending. Day after day, evening after evening, wood. Sometimes it's therapeutic and zen-like, and other times it's a major hassle, but it's there. Self-reliance. Winter really teaches you this. You don't go out and chop. You and your family freeze.
Well, that was a little dose of reality for you. As always, be free.